We are specifically going to look at things like online regulation. So there is a lot of discussion about how online behavior can be regulated, and we're going to look at a little bit at regulation theory. We're also looking at more recent things like online privacy questions that arise, particularly in the context of social media. We're going to look at things like cloud computing, and also about things like cybercrime and network security. There is quite a lot of discussion about issues arising from copyright in the online environment. So copyright is of course an old discipline, but in the online environment we're looking at two particular challenges. One of them is that when you are copying a work, be that a work of art, be that a video, be that a text of any kind, when you're copying it digitally, you can do this without any kind of loss of quality. And that of course makes it very, very tempting to do so. The other thing with the internet, of course, is that once you have created such a wonderfully, true to master digital copy, you can distribute it very, very easily across the world. And copyright owners have raised significant issues for their own revenue strategies. Whereas users at the same time have big problems with the way in which copyright owners are now controlling their content. And this is a tension, this is a conflict between the two groups that are raising a lot of issues in law. And this is another one of those things that we're going to discuss in this course. The course is actually targeting a lot of different kinds of students. So what we're usually seeing is either students who have a legal background, but who are also interested in specializing in this particular area of law. But we have almost equally a number of students who are actually coming from an IT background and are involved in maybe developing information technology, developing apps, developing all sorts of things to do with things like Internet of Things and all of that sort of stuff. And they want to find out more about the regulatory environment, about the framework with which they would have to comply. And of course, privacy and data protection is one of the really big ones where this happens a lot. So we actually have a lot of computer scientists come in and who want to develop new applications, but who actually are aware that while they do this, they are sort of developing applications that process personal data, and they are not quite sure what they are allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. And this is one of those issues that we're going to discuss.